Hey, good morning, guys. How's everyone doing? It is 7:10 a.m. Time for the Super Show. Actually, 7:15, but you guys know. You guys know what's up. It is Monday morning. It's a cold one out there this morning, guys. Wherever you're at, it's a lot cooler than it was, unless you're Aaron in Australia, and then it's hot. And then it's getting hotter, guys. It is going to be a great Monday morning. We're going to kick the week off right. We're talking Jake Paul, Mike Tyson aftermath. We're talking Hitler's watch, guys. Have you guys seen this? Hitler's watch apparently sold for $1 million, guys. That's right. A collector bought Hitler's watch for $1 million. Would you? Is that something you would do for $1 million? Oh man, not for I don't have a million, but man, is that crazy? We're gonna check that out. We're gonna look at some movie news today. It is Movie Monday here on the Daily Dank, guys. Go check out the dailydank.com. Get it updated on all your stuff, guys. We got a lot of stuff over there. We got new podcasts dropping. That's right, guys. We got a new on top of the Elevated Perspective podcast that I do. We also have 5 new podcasts, guys, a daily one. We're going to talk that. We have a daily network. So you have a bunch to choose from now, guys. And not just my yucky voice. You got a whole bunch of other stuff to get into. We got cooking with infused cook. You know what? Let me just pull it up. Let me just pull it up so I don't get it wrong here, guys. Let me just pull it up here. There we go. We got a lot of good stuff, man. A lot of good content. Um, oh, what the heck? I don't care about that. All right, here we go. Here we go. And these are just straight podcasts, guys. They're going to be on their own channel, and then they're also going to be filling in, in the afternoon in little spots here. We got Blazed and Glazed with the Ganja Chef Bud Smoke, guys. These are recipes. These are how to make canna butter, how to use cannabis in your food to make it take it to that next level. So Blazed and Glazed with the Ganja Chef Bud Smoke. Those drop on Tuesdays, guys. We got Dank and Dark, the horror geek show. That's a show that I host, guys. We talk all things horror, all things geek. We talked about how Frankenstein, the original movie Frankenstein, inspired me to become a filmmaker. We review the Frankenstein OG strain on that one, guys. It's a pretty good one. Then we also have Intoxicating Justice, drug true crime stories, guys. The first one was about what was the first one about? Oh, about interstates and drugs being trafficked along the interstate. The second one was about the San Bernardino bloodbath, guys. That's right. When marijuana went legal in California, the black market still bloomed, guys, and there was a massive bloodbath. And we're going to talk some aftermath of legalized marijuana and how that affects the black market. So check out Intoxicating Justice, true drug, true crime stories, guys. And then we have the Weed Wisdom podcast by the dailydank.com. These are all your everything you could think of, guys. The first episode's ingesting cannabis, the best ways to do it, wax, flower, edibles, what's going to be the right way for you. We break it down. And I'm only hosting 2 of these. I'm only hosting Dank and Dark and Intoxicating Justice. We got what is it? Daisy Dabs is hosting the Weed Wisdom podcast, and we got Chef Bud Smoke, Blazed and Glazed, guys. So I'm going to tell you where to find those here shortly, guys. Pretty cool. You can go to dailydank.com, check out podcasts, and they'll be under that. But yeah, we'll be dropping one of those a day on that network. And yeah, should be pretty good, guys. A lot of entertaining cannabis news, cannabis stuff for you. We're going to go in the educational route, a lot more interaction, a lot more information. That you could use, how to cook with cannabis, fun things to do with cannabis, roof strain reviews. We're breaking it all down, guys. Interactive. It's going to be pretty cool. A lot of cool things happening. A lot of cool things happening. November to Dismember is happening too. We're going to get into that. Got a whole bunch of stuff. I'm bullshitting in the intro for 5 minutes. What's going on? All right, guys, we're going to go live in 2. Buckle in because it's going to be a hell of a show.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Get ready for your host with more.
Get ready for your host with more.
Mr. Brian Brown.
Mr. Brian Brown.
It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Que la roja visuela y cuando le mueve el ligado igualito que yuca. El pelo que él tiene tan lindo, no venga a pensar que eso es una peluca. Tiene cotorra perico, yo tengo cotorra, tú tienes la cuca. Está claro en el ring, en el piso yo que
No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno.
Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. That's right, guys. It is the Wakey Bakey Morning Show. Good morning, man. We got fucking 30 comments already. I haven't even opened it up this morning. What's going on? What's going on? Monday, everyone's ready. Everyone's been dying for the Wakey Bakey Morning Show, guys. Oh, it's exciting, man. I love it. There's been a couple times where, we come on a little late, like, maybe Lonnie's sleeping in, maybe Eric is sleeping in, and I get like 2 or 3 comments in the beginning, and I'm like, oh man, it's going to be one of those shows. I'm carrying this thing on my own. We got no interaction. And then you guys blow this thing up, these comments like this morning. Man, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you so much. Good morning, Rosie Key. Good morning. How are you? How are you? We got Harvey Hooligans in the house. We got Lonnie. Happy birthday, Pop. 72 years old. Happy birthday, Lonnie's Pops. 100%. 72, man. That's a milestone. That's not every day, man. Congratulations. Man, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. What else we got? No way. No way. Melt it down. Good morning, Eric. Good morning. We got Eric, Broken Brain of Eric, guys. You can't handle the truth. That's right. Go check out Eric, guys. Broken Brain of Eric. Him and Lonnie breaking the laws down, doing their thing, laying the law down is what I should say. Big shout out to Back to Retro. I don't know if he's out in here. I'll get his plug already. The newest bastard, guys. Kevin, the newest bastard over at the Bracket Bastards. Go check him out, guys. Back to Retro. He has an awesome mic review he just dropped. And then also check out the Mod Squad. But check him out on the Bracket Bastards, hanging out with all the bastards over there, guys. We love the Mod Squad. We love Kevin. We love what is it? Back to Retro Review. Couldn't think, man. Monday morning. We got Supernova Mike in the house. He's bundling up right now. He looks like the kid off A Christmas Story, getting ready to go out, and he's going to go work in the cold. Nova Mike puts on the big freaking I can't put my arms down. That's how cold it is. It's like 67 degrees. Everyone's like, what? That's not cold. I'm freezing over here, guys. I'm an Arizona boy. You know it, Supernova. You know, SoCal people don't do well in the cold. Jeremy, there he is. Jeremy, guys. Oh man, Jeremy, how you doing, brother? How you doing? How's things holding up in your life? Are you still jumping through hurdles, still doing the things? Jeremy, guys, great guy. Man, we love us some Jeremy on the show, man. Crazy Jay, the madman. He's mad this morning. Watch out, watch out. Even if I had $1 million, no interest in buying Hitler's watch, I'd buy Tom McDonald's watch. I love that. That's great. Hey, there he is, back to Retro. Red Thomas. That's right. Mayor Red Thomas. Oh, man. That's who I voted for this year, guys. Oh, no, it was Goldie Wilson, right? Or is Mayor Thomas the one he ran against? I think Mayor Thomas might have been the one he ran against. Who else we got? I mean, I got a ton of people up here. I'm officially a bastard instead of just being called one. Hey, there's Mike Means. There's Mike Means this morning. Oh, man. 40, what is it? 47 degrees. Brr. 41 now is 35, 43. So it's probably cooler than 60 something degrees. I'm an exaggerator, guys. I grew up watching Howard Stern. We can exaggerate the math, you know. Woo-hoo, Robin. Woo-hoo. Rob Thompson was mayor in 55 through 97. Woo-hoo, greatest mayor of life. Ain't that right, Robin? Woo-hoo. That's my Howard Stern impersonation. Show me your boobies. Woo-hoo. Ain't that right, Robin? She should show me your boobies. Huh? Woo-hoo. And I'm not going to trash Howard Stern. He's gotten a little weird, but I grew up listening to Howard Stern a little bit. I remember I wasn't 21, so I was about 20. And I was working in a bakery, graveyard shift. And I would get off work about 4 a.m., 5 a.m. And my drive back to Needles, or Mojave Valley, actually, was about an hour drive from work. I worked in Laughlin, and I'd be able to pick up Howard Stern off the Vegas channel, just barely, and I would be able to listen to it on the way home. But by the time I got home, it was already I lost the signal, so I could listen to Stern for a little bit. Okay, now do what's in the sack. Ooh, Robin, what's in the sack? Yeah, so I mean, I can't bash on Stern, man. He was a rebel, man. He was a change. Now he's afraid of germs. He was a difference maker back in the day. Now he's afraid of germs. He's becoming Howard Hughes all of a sudden. I don't know, man. I think he got obsessed with trying to be a really good interviewer. Like he kind of, my opinion is he wants to be like a Larry King. He wants to be the guy when you need that deep interview. But as someone who does interviews and who's learning to try to master them, his interviews suck, man. His interviews are the worst. He's basically telling his guest who he's interviewing what to say. So instead of being like, so we heard about the tornado in Oklahoma. Can you tell us about that? That's how you lead into something. But Howard Stern will be all, whoo-hoo, so you broke your foot in the Oklahoma thing and you think Bush is to blame. What? He tells them what to say, basic Bush. How fucking old am I? Everyone's freaking out about Trump and Biden. I'm talking Bush over here. Hey, there's Tim W., the last outlaw. and get the gator out and get the girl who needs a boob job to have an orgasm on your show. Yeah, see, I mean, at the time, and that's my theory on why everyone's so sensitive now is the 90s, man. They blew it out. You're not wrong, Eric. You had to get the gravitator and the fucking all the things out because we had to keep upping ourselves every week on the Howard Stern or Jerry Springer or whatever. It was extreme, baby, extreme. Everything was shocking. And then it wasn't. And then we were offended. You guys know what I mean. It's a crazy world, man. Crazy world. I think we were too extreme in the 90s, guys. Too extreme. Now she's breathing hot air on my neck. Not sure if I want to check to see if it's Biden. That's funny. That's funny. This blind deaf puppy crawled right up to my back. Oh man, you guys are too much. You guys are too much. But good morning, everybody. Man, got a lot to get into. The dude Stern has always sucked. Why do you think all of us New Yorkers were so happy when Opie and Anthony came out? I was an Opie and Anthony guy. I'm not defending Howard Stern, but I mean what he did for radio, you just can't deny it. Like he put fucking radio into a whole nother orbit, man. And but no, I'm a straight Opie and Anthony guy. I love me some Opie and Anthony. That's what I listen to. Um, man, so I don't know if we've ever really talked about this. I was into them before, but when I started working for Budweiser, I did a lot of driving, and so I got Sirius XM in the car, and that's what I meant. It was all Opie and Anthony. And it was great because they looped it. They had their own channel. So I would start out in the morning and I would miss usually like the first hour of the show. And then, but it would loop back. And I would just have it on in the van as I went to each of my stops doing my orders. Man, it was great. Like I really got into Opie and Anthony. And that show was so much more relaxed. You know what I really loved about Opie and Anthony and what I would love this to be too? Is to get a couple comedians on, like make it the place to be, make it to where like comedians who are coming to Laughlin will want to do the show and jump in and Opie and Anthony gave those guys freedom. Like there wasn't like whoo tell me about your boobies or whoo tell me about your cock. Like it was like they kind of just step back and let the comedians do their own thing. Joe Rogan, Bill Burr, Patrice O'Neill, Robert Kelly, like huge fucking comedians. With Dane Cook, who's the other guy who, Louis C.K., like just huge up and coming comedians at the time would just show up and just fucking bullshit out. Even Joe Rogan still to this day talks about how great Opie and Anthony was for promotion, for being yourself, for letting the audience see who you really are. That's why I love freaking Opie and Anthony, man. Shit talking, fucking just funny from beginning to end. Yeah, Bubba the Love Sponge. That's definitely old school Florida, man. Isn't that the one who Hulk Hogan banged his wife? Wasn't that who that was? Mark and Brian, that was a big one. Mark and Brian, they were syndicated, but they were what, LA based? Um, yeah, they were a great one. I listened to them again in a bakery. I was a baker for fucking 15 years. So when I was a little older in my early 20s, I worked at Harris Bakery and I listened to Mark and Brian every morning. Yeah, but back to retro. Yep, that's him. You could be the next shot guy, Brian Kelsey. What is this like? Is this like wrestling? I just come up and say, I'm the Kelsey's cousin, Brian Kelsey, and I'm here to rock your world, brother. And you just take it for what it is. Oh, he must be related to the Kelseys. He's saying that he's calling people slurs. He must be related to the Kelseys. Oh, you remember that wrestling? That was big in the 70s. They would just be like, he's related to these guys. And you'd be like, okay, he must be okay then. He's related to the Funks. He's related to the to the people. Who was a big one? I don't know if you guys. This is old school wrestling. Don't know if you guys will remember this. This is old school, man. Um, yeah, radio is like Hollywood now. It really is. Um, Shit, what was I gonna say? Fuck, we're going old school. Fuck. Fuck. I can't remember. I had a good going old school. Fuck. I don't remember. That's stoner memory, guys. Bubba and Devon are real brothers. Oh, wrestling brothers. There you go. Yeah. Who was it? When Ric Flair tells a story when he was starting, he really admired Dusty Rhodes. And he actually went up to Dusty Rhodes and he's like, "Hey, I'm Ric Flair. I'm gonna tell the promoter to make me your cousin, Ramblin' Ricky Rhodes, and I'm gonna join you guys." And Dusty Rhodes is like, "Oh, that's cool, kid. That's cool, but they might have other plans for you." So and then look what happened to Ric Flair. But yeah, that was a thing, man. They would just it was the Funks. This is old school for you. Terry and Dory Funk, legends, Texas legend wrestler, professional wrestlers. When they got to WWE, they installed a brother, Jimmy Jack Funk, who wasn't even related to those guys. And Chief Wahoo McDaniels and the Atomic Elbow. That's old school, baby. That's old school. But yeah, so Jimmy Jack Funk wasn't even related to the Funks, but he was their crazy brother who wore a mask. And then when the Funks left, Jimmy Jack Funk was still there, and no one really knew. The co-main event was the fight. The judges were so wrong, man. You know what? The two fight. Not the John, how you doing this morning, John? How you hanging in there, buddy? Hopefully you're doing good, man. Hopefully you're doing good. It's a new day. It's a new day. That's right, buddy. Anything can happen on a new day, man. So the two fights leading to the main event, man, those were pretty good, man. Those two guys, the one wearing the pink shorts, I think he was like the welterweight champion or something. Those two dudes went to war, man. Those two dudes had. I think this was the second match those guys had actually fought, and now there should be a rubber match. They're talking about running it back. And then the ladies, holy shit, man. If you've never been cut under your eyebrow, man, that thing bleeds it leaks like a sieve, man. That thing is just all over the place. They all wanted to be the Von Erichs or Butch. Butch and Luke. Luke and Dutch. Luke and Dutch. Oh man, yeah, those fights were pretty good, man. I didn't, So here, let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. Um, I'm seeing a lot of people saying the fight was fixed. They say that about every one of these celebrity and audition or whatever they're called, exhibitions. I don't know, but I'm going to say this, and I believe this is the truth. I believe. And you guys can hate me. I think Jake Paul could have knocked him out a couple times and chose not to. If you really think about it, for his brand, his promotion, for his career, what would he have benefited from knocking out Mike Tyson? Absolutely nothing. He would have been hated even more. People probably would have stopped caring. You knocked out an old man. You're a joke. But instead, you do an exhibition. No one really loses. It's kind of a thing. And you know what? Everyone's happy. Tyson was happy. You're not hated as much. You still are, but you always were. I think he kind of held back a little bit. Not saying Tyson would have got knocked out, but for any of you guys who out there who suffer from arthritis, like full body arthritis, man. Like I have it in my hands, I have it in my knees, I have it in my back. Like you know it, man. And when he was sitting there about the third round, you could see the arthritis, you could see the pain, you could see he's breathing in the cold air. You know what I mean? Like about that third round, man, you could see it. I could see it in him. Oh man. I used to see tons of old school wrestlers in Tampa and St. Petersburg. First ex-wife problem. There we go. There's the John I know. There's the John I know. Totally fake. Tyson got paid more for a long fight, knock out Jake and get zero. That could be. That could be. Um, I don't know. Look at watching the training Mike was doing. It did not come close to how he was in the ring. The chick Taylor needs to be in UFC, not boxing. She loves the headbutt. That is true. That is true. I used to see tons of. Hey, you know what, man? Give it to Jake Paul though in that promotion. Texas Stadium is a huge fucking stadium to fill, man. WWE broke the attendance record in that stadium for WrestleMania. Like that's how big that stadium is, guys. So to think about that, to think about how much money Tyson got paid, probably got paid the most in his entire career. They said it was the biggest viewed boxing match in Tyson's career. The outside of Vegas was the big one that they kept saying. But yeah, man, there's Rosie the Bulldog up this morning, guys. She slept in a little bit. They made a lot of money off of it, man. It's obviously something that people who want to see, people want to see it, man. They're going to pay for it. I'm curious to see if they made more money doing the Netflix deal than they would have on pay-per-view. That should be pretty good. Overall, though, what did you guys think of the fights? It's just a sample of what WWE will be like on Netflix. Lots of unnecessary talking and locker room nudity. Oh man, I'm loving WWE lately, guys. They really with this Endeavor TKO taking it over from Vince McMahon. I love the camera style. I love the big fight feel. I love when there's a main event. They treat it like it's a UFC match. They give both guys the special announcements. They're looking at the belt. They're treating the belt like it's like it's a trophy. Like the guy before he hands it over to the referee, he's looking at it thinking like, "Fuck, I could lose this thing." It's more real. It feels more real. I know it's not, but it feels more big fight. It feels just a lot better than it was. Not that there was anything wrong with it before. It just feels more modern, more like I said, big fight. It doesn't feel like it's a wrestling show. It feels like it's a promotion. It feels like it's you're watching something unfold. It's pretty good lately, man. I'm happy with it. Fight was embarrassing display. The viewer were the biggest losers. Oh, Netflix deal was sold commercial within commercial intention. They sold advertising for huge cash per second. Smart, man. I remember I was watching it and all of a sudden it faded out. And I had to like restart it and do the whole thing. A lot of people were watching. A lot of people are watching if it's crashing Netflix, man. Yeah, all the peasants love going to the Coliseum to watch. We got free bread, man. We got free bread. You're not wrong. What is it? Kind of, I guess we're getting into the wakey bakey news first thing. The ladies' fight was good and entertaining. You know what, guys? I know Mr. Crispers. Where you at? Mr. Crispers is watching you. Gonna do your shout outs. Mr. Crispers is watching you. He's doing some shout outs. That's right, guys. We're gonna do some shout outs right now. That way we can get into the whole wakey bakey and all that thing, guys. You want to get shouted out. You say, "Hey, Brian, you fight watching fuck." Shout me and Bullhead RC out. Shout me in the new, what are they building over by Target in front of Jimmy John's? Curious on that one. I heard several things, but I heard we are getting a Olive Garden. I heard that. I still don't believe it. You know what? Harvey Hooligans, you're going to love this. Real quick, guys, before roll call, I want to do a fucking rant. If you're local, guys, you know what? Let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. We're going to do it We're going to do it right, guys. We're going to do it right. Harvey Hooligans is going to love this. So here in Bullhead, man, we got this fucking annoying fucking lady named Grace Hotch or Hetch. She has a channel called Make Bullhead About Me. Oh no, wait a minute. It's called Make Bullhead Better. This fucking lady drives me insane, dude. She's so self-absorbent. So there was a post that I came across on Facebook. This fucking lady, great, Make Bullhead About Me. She fucking gets on there and she tells this fucking story about how 4 years ago she took her daughter to Henderson and we went to a place called Jungle Gyms and it was a playground and how great it was, guys. And for 4 years, I've been in contact, with the people from Jungle Gyms, and I have announced that they are coming down because of me and they're going to open a business because of me and it's all because of me. And like, shut the fuck up, you stupid cunt. No one cares. No one fucking cares about you. You're fucking annoying. That's how come you didn't win your fucking election. That was fucking the stupid bitch who left the seat, totally fucking just opened the doors and gave you her fucking position. But because you're so unliked in this area, you fucking lost. And I'm going to tell you now, 2 years Jungle Gyms is going to be out of business. I predicted it with Pro Fit Kitchen, and I hate that because like some of these things are good businesses for the area, but you get these stupid assholes that believe in the Chamber of Commerce. Oh, the Bullhead Chamber of Commerce. Oh, I've lived in this town for 48 fucking years and I've never needed the Chamber of Commerce once. And I doubt I ever will. You know what I mean? Fuck the Chamber of Commerce. Fuck Make Bullhead Better. Fucking Make Bullhead About Me. Fuck them all. I'm telling you, man, when the Chamber of Commerce and these local fucking pieces of shit from the Kiwanis Club and all these fucking people get fucking into something, they support it for about 30 seconds and then they move on to the next thing. Pro Fit Kitchen, man, that thing should have. I know the chef. I worked with him at Harris for years. Eric, his name Eric Fox. That thing, you know what? I think when the city gets behind something, I think it ruins it. I'm gonna be completely honest. When these fucking yuckity yucks from the chamber got a Pro Fit Kitchen, it's the best. Ooh, it possibly could be, but it turns me off when you get fucking old fucking Make Bullhead About Me bitching and moaning and fucking telling you how she brought it in and how she eats this and how this and that. I don't like it, man. So I never went to Pro Fit Kitchen because of the way the city did. And guess what? 2 years later, Pro Fit Kitchen's out of business because they bank on these stupid Chamber of Commerce people that are cool for 30 seconds, but then they move on to the next thing. Pro Fit Kitchen should have been advertising, should have been marketing to the gyms, to the people who are working out, to like there's a certain marketing strategy, and maybe they did, and it just didn't work out. I don't know. But letting these bullhead bullshitters, that's a good dude, bullhead bullshitters, back your business is the worst thing you can fucking do. Because I'm telling you, enough people hate these fucking people. John fucking, what's his name? Who owns the Bee or partial owns the Bee? Desert Lawn. What the fuck's his name? John Harvey knows. That motherfucker, that guy's a piece of shit. If he gets behind your business, fucking, I would run. I wouldn't let that guy even in my business because that thing's going to fall apart. Missing bodies. He was the medical examiner. Oh my God, man. All sorts of shit. Anyway, fuck Make Bullhead About Me. Fuck Jungle Gyms. Like, I'm telling you guys, and I hate to be the negative guy. It ain't going to last. If you get a year and a half, 2 years out of Jungle Gyms, you're going to be lucky. You're going to be lucky because these businesses just don't make it in this town. I'm telling you, because they don't market right. They bank on the Chamber of Commerce. They bank on these bullhead bullshitters. And, the only thing the Kiwanis want to do is get drunk. You know what I mean? And steal money from the kids. That's it, man. Allegedly. But yeah, that's my rant for the day, guys. That's my rant. Let's get in the shout outs this morning. We need to break it up. All right, shout outs, guys.
It's 7:10 a.m. Rise and shine. It's time to slam. Break the mold. Rebel from the north. Gangsters unite. Let's raise a storm. D-A-N-K. We're here to play. Loud and proud. We won't obey. 7:10 a.m. We'll rock your day. Gangsters assemble. Never fail.
All right, guys. No, I was talking. Actually, Lonnie. I'm glad that you. We were in Kingman last night. Me and my daughter. We were driving through, and I saw the Profit Kitchen in Kingman that didn't last 3 months. There was one in Bullhead that they actually were supposed to move the Fort Mojave in this new building, advertise it, and then I think the money thing. But I honestly, I think it's because the Bullhead bullshitters, man. They had good food, they had good ideas. But you know what? The Bullhead bullshitters like to keep it in their little inner circle. You know, it's just not market. You got to market it better, man. I don't trust the Bullhead Chamber of Commerce whatsoever. I wouldn't trust them helping my business. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, guys. They're real pieces of shit. Just saying. All right, let's get into it, guys. We got some shout outs. That's right. That's my Howard Stern moment right there. The Bullhead bullshitters. Oh man. And I get it, man. I get it. You know, and I'm not trying. Profit Kitchen had everything it needed to succeed, guys. It really did. I think they just put their trust in the Bullhead bullshitters. You can't do it. All right, big shout out, guys. Rosie Key. Good morning, Rosie Key. The sweet, the lovely Rosie Key. We got Harvey Hooligans in the house. The weird, the mundane, the beautiful Harvey Hooligans. Lonnie, the OG. We got Lonnie up in the house this morning. Happy birthday, Lonnie's pops. Turned 72 today. Icon, baby. We got the broken brain of Eric. Good morning, Eric. How you doing, brother? We got Supernova Mike. He's out there working hard for the money. So hard for you, honey. That's right, guys. He's working out there, and I want to give a big shout out to everyone who's out there, who's watching this, who's working, changing oil, working on cars. Jeremy, who's out there at Home Depot right now, at Lowe's, who's at McDonald's, at Burger King, at Taco Bell, making those eggs, making those egg McMuffins, those sandwiches, those burritos. Big shout out to you guys out there with their earbud in, making the thing. Who's out there serving coffee at Starbucks? Big shout out to you. What else? Human Bean. Big shout out if you're working Human Bean. All the coffee shops, guys. Unless you're a savage working in some crazy coffee shop. Here's your coffee. Oh man. Big shout out to everyone working, guys. Your Denny's, everyone who's cooking, everyone who's working lawn care in the cold this morning, doing their yard care, doing all the things, guys. Big shout out to you. You are respected, you are loved, and you are appreciated. Big shout out. All our service members, big shout out as well. All my fucking people on the run. Big shout out to you guys, man. Anyone who's out there not trying to get caught, living in a hotel room, jumping from place to place, guys. If you're on the run, man, big shout out. Respect. All right, what else we got? We got back to retro, guys. Back to retro. The man, the myth, the legend. That's right, the bearded one. Back to retro, guys. Go check out Back to Retro Review. Yeah, I got to get me a new mic, man. I got to start watching his shows pretty soon. Who else we got up in here? Man, ton of comments this morning. Things are blowing up. We got, hey, Mike Means in the house, Merlin Public Media. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Out there in feeding the chickens, I'm sure, are getting ready to. What is the degrees outside this morning there, Mike? Who else we got up in here this morning? Ton of people. Tim W., the last outlaw, the last cowboy. How's it going, brother? How's it going, brother? Big shout out to Bubba the Love Sponge. Oh man, oh man. John, big shout out to John. Love it, man. Hopefully you're having a good day, man. What is it? Every passing moment is a chance to turn it all around, guys. From Vanilla Sky, one of my Jason Lee's line. I think every passing moment is a chance to turn it all around. Remember that, guys. Remember that. All right. Who else we got? Let's see. April. We got the lovely, the sweet, the love of my life. April is in the house. Pretty soon, a Mojave County resident. Oh man. Pretty soon. Let's see. Pamela. There's Pamela. How's it going, Pamela? Watching the house being bent with some pool boys fanning her at the same time. How's life treating you, Pamela? How's life treating you? Who else we got up in here? We got a ton of people up in here. I love it. Hey, Brian and co-host Holy Rosie the Bulldog. I love it. She's doing good. Boy, she's starting to do this thing in bed where she will get all my blankets and put them in a big pile. And then she gets on the blankets like it's her throne. And then I'm like fighting her just to get some covers. This dog is spoiled, man. I'm telling you, this dog is spoiled, man. All right. So you got my rant for the day. We did our shout outs. What else we got cooking? Let's get into some April. Have you been on the show? She has slightly. And we're actually planning on when she's coming down. She when I do challenges, blindfold challenges, we did a couple. She's the one feeding me the blindfold challenge. So we'll be back again. She's not really in front of the. I think she's gorgeous. I think she's beautiful, but she doesn't like to be in front of the camera so much, which is a shame because like she's so beautiful that everything would just like we would go viral instantly. You know, it's just but you know, you gotta respect her. You gotta respect it, guys. No, hopefully we can get her in front of the camera. Planning on doing a bunch of adventures on this I guess it would be this season or would it be this off season? Now that my temporary job, my hair is looking good. I'm having a good hair day. You're dumb. Her hand has been on the show. She shoves mystery meat into Brian's food hole. That is true. Yeah, but maybe we're planning on doing a bunch of adventures. Hopefully, if things go well, I'll be with her tonight. No, a little what is that? Tone Loc? What was that? Funky Cold Medina. Funky Cold Medina. What is it? We're planning on doing some adventures. Hopefully, if things go well with certain things, aspects in my life, someone write the fucking check already. Your boy's in jail for sexual assault. Write the check. Just write the check. I'm planning on some pretty big adventures, so hopefully we'll get her on camera quite a bit more. We go viral. That's the only thing holding us back is April's beauty. But seriously, April, you're very pretty. Might help Brian's ratings. Call it Beauty and the Beast. That's what we're going to call it. Beauty and the Beast. 3-hour show. 3-hour show for what? I can't do a 3-hour show. I would if it was down to it. Should move to Texas. The seasonal job had a full-time position open in Texas, in Houston. I thought about it. I don't know. I think I like working. You know what? I've worked so hard at this seasonal job for like 13 years, and all I ever wanted was I'm an advancer, man. I can't say I can't be stagnant, man. I can't work a job that's just the same thing every day. I gotta be. I'm competitive, man. I'm a shark. I always gotta be swimming. And I don't know if getting a full-time position would actually suit me or not. I thought about it. I still want to move to Texas though. April thinks that I will never leave this house. That like I'm attached to it. I'm haunted. It haunts me. I just like a comfortable house, man. I don't give a fuck where it's at. As long as I'm comfortable, I'm good. I don't like to leave the house a lot, but that's just because I don't like to mess with people. I can't imagine it would be hard to have bad hair when you only have 10 hairs and 8 mile forehead. That's true. That is true. Good hair days are far and few between when you're creeping on the skullet. Oh, good hair days are few and far between, guys. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. All right, guys, let's get into today, not today in history. Let's get into some wakey bakey news, guys. Let's talk Hitler's watch, guys. Hitler's watch just sold for $1 million. Hopefully, there's more pictures than just this one. There it is. Okay, cool. All right. This was up for auction, guys. Let me see here. We'll get all into it right now. Boom. Advertisement right off the bat. All right, guys. Hitler's watch sells for 1.1 million at controversial auction. Jewish leaders opposed the sale, calling it an abhorrence in an open letter. So there it is, guys. There's the watch. So these were originally made for rugby players, and what it is, it's the watch flips, so you can turn it to face your wrist. That way, you don't break the face of the watch when you're playing rugby. So that's the only really unique thing about this watch, other than Hitler. These sell for probably about 20, 30,000 by themselves. So you had a big price tag for Hitler, guys. Despite fierce objections from Jewish leaders, a Maryland auction house has sold a wristwatch believed to have belonged to Adolf Hitler for $1.1 million. Alexander History Auction, based in Chapesky City, Maryland, sold the controversial artifact to an anonymous buyer. Of course, it's an anonymous buyer. On July 28th, per company's website, the auction house also sold other Nazi-related items, including a golden eagle from Hitler's bedroom, several of the genocidal dictator's sketches and paintings, and a dress that belonged to Eva Braun, Hitler's wife. Auction house officials believe Hitler received this reversible gold watch made by Andros Huber on April 20th. Hey, on 420. That was his birthday, right? Hitler's birthday was on 420. April 20th, 1933, for his 44th birthday. It bears the letters AH and a swastika, a Nazi eagle emblem, as well as two dates: April 20th, 1889, Hitler's birthday, and January 30th, 1933, the day he became Chancellor of Germany. A French soldier nabbed the watch on May 4th, 1945, and his Allied unit reached Hitler's summer house in Bavaria, according to Alexander History Auctions. The watch and its history has been researched by some of the world's most experienced and respected watchmakers and the military historians, all of whom are concluded that this is an authentic and indeed belonged to Adolf Hitler, per the auction house. Before the sale, 34 Jewish leaders co-signed an open letter urging Alexander Historical Auctions to cancel the auction, which described as a abhorrence. So there's the flip side of the watch, right? There we go. What is obvious about the lessons of history needs to be learned. A legitimate Nazi artifact do belong in museums or places of higher learning. The items that you are selling clearly do not, wrote Rabbi Mikim Margolino. These are sold to the highest bidder on an open market, and indictment of our society, one in which memory, suffering, pain of others, and overridden of financial gain. The president of the auction house defended the sale, telling the Washington Post, Andrew Jong, that he found the Jewish leader's views frustrating. He de- um, he declined to identify the person who purchased the watch, but did say the person was European Jew. He added that he and his family have received death threats because of the auction, and most of the auction house sales have nothing to do with Nazis. Many people donate Nazi artifacts to the museum and institutes as well, as we've done. So there's the watch, guys. I actually was watching Patrick David Bet. There we go. There we go. And they had a watch. This is where I kind of had learned about this watch thing. They had a watch expert on, and they were talking about, like Nazi memorabilia and that kind of stuff. And he was saying that according to a lot of stats, that a lot of Jewish people are buying these Nazi things, and not so much as but as a way to maybe keep them separate, keep them, it's a fact. I don't know, maybe to show their kids and be able to teach them lessons. Just crazy, just crazy. All he ever wanted to be was a little bit taller. He wishes he was a baller. He wished he had his rabbit in a hat with the 6'4" Impala. Didn't Tom Segura give? Yeah, he did. He did. Actually, Harvey Hooligan. I remember that episode. April and Rosie, the Bulldog Show with guest Brian Kelsey Moore. Jewish leaders think that the watch is hot. How did they get his watch off of him? I think it was probably at his house, they said. When he took off, he wasn't worried about no fucking. But he liked the ski, not smoking bud. Melt it down. Hey, fight for freedom. Good morning. Good morning. How's the house with the ghost? How's Mr. Ghost Man doing these days? All right, guys. So yeah, Hitler, man. Hitler's watch. Crazy. What else we got, guys? We're gonna check out the box office over the weekend, guys. Let's see here. Maybe, perhaps. Let's see. Michael Mann's Heat set for Red Sea Film Festival's Treasure Program. That was a good movie, man. Heat. That was a good one. One of Danny Trejo's first films. Really, really good. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out. Box office. Here we go. Red One, guys. Red One, not the camera. I have a Red One, actually, for all you cinematic movie guys. I own a Red One and a Red Scarlet. But anyway, the movie Red One, the Santa Claus action superhero flick, unwraps at 34 million. Gladiator 2 scores 87 million with overseas debut. Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans. Here, let me put this up here. Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans Christmas movie Red One came in high on the higher end of expectations with 34.1 million domestic debut after it looked like the big budget holiday pick might have trouble getting into 30 million due to a sluggish start. Overseas, Red One took in 14.7 million from 75 markets. Its second outing of foreign for a foreign tally of 50 million and 84 million globally. Gladiator 2 was launched internationally this weekend ahead of its November 22nd domestic debut. It roared at record-shouting 87 million. Wow. In 63 markets. It's going to be a big movie. I don't even know. I'm not that excited about it. I'm going to be honest, man. I'm not that excited about it. Back in North America, Amazon MGM Studios have always believed the movie would be a Saturday and Sunday play versus a Friday Major distraction on Friday was the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight. Although the majority of 54% of the Red One ticket buyers on opening day were male. The theory proved correct based on Friday traffic. Saturday's weekend estimate was just about 30 million. Yeah, I'm interested in Red One. I'm looking forward to that one. Red One is playing in a total of 4,032 North American cinemas, including IMAX, Dolby theaters. So it's a full on thing. I have a feeling that next week Gladiator 2 is going to crush it. Is going to crush it, man. So that was your box office news this past weekend, guys. Let's see what else is happening. What did I watch this weekend? I rewatched The Lord of War. I rewatched that this weekend. Disney takes Star Wars off 2026 calendar as Ice Age 6 grabs the date. Uh-oh. Ice Age 6 has now been slated to hit theaters on December 18th, 2026. Details of the Star Wars film that was initially set for that date have not been disclosed. Disney announced last week Simon Kinberg has been brought to write and produce a Star Wars trilogy. Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy also produced the trilogy, with sources telling The Hollywood Reporter at the time the films would involve newer characters and would not be a continuation of the Skywalker saga. So we're getting Ice Age instead of Star Wars, guys. I'm all right. You know what? The Disney Plus Star Wars series are enough for me right now. I would prefer them to go back and do it right. Go back, take your time, give me a trilogy worth me watching, and just feed me these Star Wars Disney shows in the meantime, guys. That's what I say. That's what I say. Pierce Brosnan, 92 years old. Holy moly. I'm becoming a 92-year-old vet for The Last Rifleman, the latest about Mamma Mia 3. He's looking old there. I don't think he's really 93. What else we got here? Daniel Craig teases the next James Bond might be in this room. Oh, the 15th Governor's Award at the Dolby Theater, saying that he might be in the room during his speech. Just something out of the way, Craig said, introducing Bond producers who were honored in the. If you come here this evening to find out who the next James Bond, don't look at me, but he might be in the room. I'm not. I'm just joking. Maybe I'm not. One of those things. Look at his face. I like Daniel Craig as James Bond. I thought it was pretty good. I really enjoyed it, to be honest. All right, so that was that news, guys. Let's see what else we got. Do some entertainment news. All right, LeBron James, 7th race and Spring Hill. LeBron James, Spring Hill, and Fulwell, 73 raised $40 million. What is this? The Springwell Company and Fuelwell 73 has confirmed their merger and raised $40 million from existing investors. Positioned, the deal brings together NBA legend LeBron James' production outfit. Who gives a shit? I'm kind of over LeBron James. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think I'm just, with his kid playing and shit, and his kid sucks. I'm just over LeBron James. I'm just over it. Celeb packed crowd at LA concert. Was this that Sabrina Carpenter was working late because she's a singer, serving major glam vibes? You know what? I have no idea who this chick is. She looks familiar. Was she like an actress or something? I have no idea. Let's see. Anything decent? Atlanta mom accused of killing sons by placing them on an oven. Holy fuck. That's too dark this morning. Timothée Chalamet, It Is Me, baby, singing in Bob Dylan biopic. I'm a big Bob Dylan guy, man. I'm looking forward to this one. I think he nailed the look. Look at that. Um, I don't know. We'll have to see, man. What was that Elton John movie? I thought the kid who sang in that one did really good. Oh wow, Russian ballet star Vladimir Arva died at 39, fell from fifth floor balcony. Why is that? Like guys are dying from falling off balconies. So was it the One Direction guy and now this guy? Look at that ass. Man, could crack a walnut in that thing. I'm not in the guys, but my God, that's a that's a specimen right there. Jesus. Here he is in the Nutcracker. Oh. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Jonathan Majors. Oh fuck. We gotta talk about this. I gotta talk some shit on this one. Where is it at? Jonathan Majors, disgraced Hollywood actor, and Megan Good are engaged. He finally found himself an African American woman. I don't know if you guys remember this trial. This is the guy that beat up his fucking white girlfriend. And they went to trial over it. And there was recordings of him saying how she wasn't. He needed a strong black woman. Then why the fuck are you dating white women? Like, why don't you go out and get yourself a strong black woman if that's what you want, dude? Don't fucking degrade some woman because it's not what you want, man. Um, so yeah, he's done, man. I don't know if he'll ever make that comeback. He's so happy that she has a paycheck. He pretty much was blackballed out of Hollywood after that. He was Quang in the Marvel movies, and boy, they got rid of him quick after that. Um, Congratulations. Got what he wanted. Um, she probably ain't gonna put up with this shit. She probably ain't gonna put up with this shit. Just saying. Let's see what else we got cooking here. Shotgun beers with Bill's Mafia. My booze goes too fast. Formula One superstar Daniel Ricciardo was in his element Sunday, hitting up Buffalo Bills, watching party and celebrating with his beloved team win by shotgunning beer. Jesus. When's the last time you guys shotgunned a beer? Ooh, too old for that. Kill me. That would kill me. Oh, basketball player got fined 100 grand for a no homo comment. Oh man. 100 grand for no homo comment. Jeez. Sabrina Carpenter arrested. I don't believe it. That would be the only thing on here. That's clickbait. Rescue dog Beth dies. Oh. Queen Camilla is mourning the loss of longtime companion, her beloved dog Beth, who had died. Buckingham Palace confirmed the sad news, sharing the rescue pup. That's horrible. Oh, at least he had a good life, man. At least he had a really good life, the dog of of England. Windsor Castle burglarized. Culprit swipe vehicles. That takes some balls. Fuck, that takes some big balls. I'm gonna perform on Christmas. Who gives a shit? Let's see. Plans to fight one last time. Former U.S. You know what? I've never liked this guy. I've always fucking hated this guy. Dominic Cruz hasn't tapped out his career just yet. As future Hall of Famer, TMZ says he wants to put on the gloves one last time. And I hope he gets knocked the fuck out. I can't stand Dominic Cruz. The guy is such a little prick, man. He is such a little fucking prick. He definitely has little man syndrome. Definitely has little man syndrome, but he can back it up. He's a pro fighter. So, I mean, I guess you can have little man syndrome when you're a pro fighter. I hate it when this website does this shit. So Dominic Cruz We caught up with the 39-year-old Cruz, who's currently in Mexico City at the UFC. He says he is in the progress of building himself up for a bet. If I tell you, I think I got a last dance. He said, I want one last dance in me just to go out there and have fun. And when I say fun, I mean fight to the bitter death and see what I have in me. Yeah, I can't stand this guy, man. This guy is such a dick. If you guys have ever watched him on like UFC broadcasts, he's a fucking prick, man. He is such a prick. Let's see here. Ninja transfers. Go DTF yourself.
I was at one of P. Diddy's freak offs.
Oh my God.
You saw celebrities there that you recognized.
It was a rapper that we all know.
Straight up porn directed by Diddy.
I'm just grateful to have made it out.
Oh man. Oh man.
Obviously, you have still so many fans that I think really want to see you back in that octagon. You said you're training. What's the future look like for you, Dom, over the next couple of months or so?
I'll tell you, I think I got a last dance. I want one last dance in me. Just go out there and go have fun. And when I say fun, I mean fight to the bitter death and see what I have in me. And that's the fun comes, months after that. That's when it gets to set in and be like, okay, that was fun. But, I'm ready to walk into the fire again and see what life and death really looks like. And
He seems like he's slowed down a little bit.
One more go at that will be a pleasure. So I'm building myself up. I'm at altitude. I'm out here in Mexico City at the PI. Some of the best training I've ever had in my whole career. And this is what I mean. Like these new age fighters, it's different, man. They have different tools to prepare them. I got heart rate monitors on me that I've never seen in my life. I've got these scientists in my ears telling me, have you seen like Rocky and the Russian when he fights the Russian Rocky? I feel like the Russian right now. Like
you're Ivan Drago.
Well, you guys will know when it's time for him to fight. I will be rooting against Dominic Cruz. I can't stand that dude. Such a little dick. Such a little dick. Maybe. All right, guys. Let's get into a little thing I like to call Today in History, guys. That's right. If you don't know the past, we're doomed to repeat it. This is brought to you by the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. That's right. Your number one cannabis superstore, guys. Oh, boy, man. Check out these wild weekly drops, guys. TheDailyDank.com, man. You're going to save some green on some green. $15 for 4 grams of flour. Get over there. Take advantage of it, guys. It won't last forever. All right. Just like the history. Well, I guess history does last forever. But let's do it, guys. Today in history. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Here we go. In history, a journey through time where legends are born and secrets intertwine. Join us at 7:10 a.m. for all to see as we unravel the histories from our history. All right, Today in History, brought to you by the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. Let's get into this, guys. Let's get into this. All right. Today in history, we got birthdays. We got some birthdays. We got Alan Moore, British writer, was born in 1953. Qobos bin Said, Sultan of Ottoman, 1940 was born. Margaret Atwood, Canadian author, was born, guys. Alan B. Shepard Jr., American astronaut, was born in 1923. And John Mercer, have some mercy, sir. Mercer, American composer, vocalist, and businessman, was born in 1909. Jamestown Massacre. Jim Jones, leader of the People Temple religious community that he formed in 1950, and some 900 of his followers died this day in 1978 in Guyana in a massive act of murder-suicide known as the Jamestown Massacre. That was the Kool-Aid, right? That was the cyanide in the Kool-Aid, man. Woo! That's a big one. That's a big one, man. That's a scary one. Colts, man. Fucking Colts. New Zealand rugby union football player John Lomo, who was perhaps the rugby's first global icon, died of a heart attack at age 40 after a long battle with kidney disease. That was in 2015. 2009, American Democratic Politician Robert C. Byrd became the longest serving member of Congress with a combined service in the House of Representatives and Senate of 56 years, 319 days. He died the following year. That's 46 years longer than he probably should have been in there. I'm all about limit terms, man. I think these guys need limit terms. But either way, the first push button touch tone telephones debuted in the United States and on this day in 1963, guys. 1959, the American dramatic film Ben-Hur, arguably the best Hollywood biblical epics of all time, had its premiere. It later won an unprecedented 11 Academy Awards. Man, that was a big one. That was a big one. John Christian Watson in 1941, the first Labour Prime Minister of Australia, died. Big shout out to Aaron. I know he's sad today. He's sad because John Christian Watson, the first Labour Prime Minister of Australia, died in Sydney today. Poor Aaron. We believe in you, Aaron. Walt Disney. On this day in history, guys, Walt Disney released Steamboat Willie, the first animated film with sound to feature Mickey Mouse. The huge success of the cartoon helped make Mickey an iconic cartoon character and led to the Disney company's dominance in the animated market. Wow, that's a big one. Alan B. Shepard, the first U.S. astronaut to travel in space, was born in New Hampshire. Prince Charles of Denmark was elected King of Norway as Haakon the Seventh. Philip Jean Bueno Valara, representing Panama, met with the U.S. Secretary of State John Hay to negotiate the Hay-Bonavara Treaty, which gave the United States a strip of 10 miles wide across the Isthmus of Panama for construction of the Panama Canal. That's a big one, man. That is a big one. That was in 1903. 1882, famed operatic soprano Amelita Gali Kurushka was born in Milan. In 1882, English artist and writer Wyndham Lewis, founder of the abstract Vorticus movement, which in painting and literature before World War I sought to relate art to industries possessed, was born. Woo! That's a long one. 1836, English playwright and humorist W.S. Gilbert, best known for his collaboration with Arthur Sullivan in comic operas, was born. Brazilian sculptor and architect Alejandro was known for his beautiful Rocco statues and his churches. Died in Marina in 1814. 1626, St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City, which replaced an earlier basilica, was concentrated. I can't. It's the second largest religious building in Christendom. That's easy for me to say. Williams Cantics, a pioneer English printer, published deities and shenanigans of the philosopher, the first dated book printed in England in 1477. Woo! And that was your Today in History, guys. That was a long one. Man, that was a way long one. Oh, wait, we were poor. That's why. Wait, 1963, they had touch-tone phones. When the F did we get a rotary phone in 1983? You know what? I want to say most of my life I had rotary phones up until like I was like in like 10 or 12, 13, 14. So that was what, 88, 89 by the time we got our first touchtone phone. It's just like GPS. All right, guys, that was your Today in History. All right, we kind of already got into the meat and the potatoes of the show, guys. What are we? Oh, damn, we're going long. We're going long today, guys. Long, long, long. All right, I'm gonna get on out of here, guys. I actually got to run to Havasu, do a FedEx run. I got to do a FedEx run. All right, so I appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We got you know what? We got a special 420 show today, guys. I want to do it on It's usually we do. Should we do Ben-Hur or should we do the Jamestown Massacre? Since you know what, we're gonna do a special episode on the Jamestown Massacre today, guys. Yeah, so join us at 4:20. We're gonna do a special paranormal true crime about well, not paranormal, conspiracy theory, true crime on the Jamestown Massacre. Since today's the day, guys, it's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be a crazy one. You're not gonna want to miss it. All right, guys, I'm gonna get on out of here. I appreciate each and every one of you. You are loved and you are appreciated. Make bullhead about me. Make bullhead about me, Brian. You lie. That way you play on game night, I would think you never used a rotary phone in your life. That's not easy. That's not easy. All right, guys. I appreciate you. Have a great day. Join us at 4:20. Jamestown Massacre, guys. We're going to get into it. All right. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you on the flip side. Appreciate you. God bless, guys. Stay safe. Be the difference out there. You know what? Hold the door open. Listen to the old man stories. Take a few moments, guys. It means a lot to everyone. All right. Appreciate you. And we will see you at 4:20, guys. That's right. We'll see you.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
See you guys. Have a good one. Whoop, whoop. What else do we got left? Oh, the Matrix.